What's happening, people? It's your girl Estelle, and this is Backspin TV.
The B, the A, the C, the K, the S, the P, the I, the N, TV.
Ja, herzlich willkommen, wir sind hier wieder bei einer neuen Folge von Backspin TV. Heute sind wir hier mit Estelle, die ja viele von euch momentan kennen. Estelle, how you doing? Like, this is Backspin TV. Thanks for taking this time to do this little interview with us.
No problem. How are you?
We good.
Good.
I want to go a little bit back. We had you in our magazines like for years, and I think what a lot of people don't know that you got your success now, but you've been in this game for a long, long time. And I know you as an MC from back in the days from London. Like, so could you like break down like how you actually started? I think it was with Black Twang.
No, I started before Black Twang. I had my own label, Stellar Entertainments, and I was doing my own thing. I had my mixtapes out and whatnot. From that, Black Twang asked me to be on a record. Several other MCs asked me to be on a record, and things moved up. I did records over here with Dynamite, and it just kept snowballing. I think people kind of saw it like, wow, this chick, she got her own record label, she's selling records, really, and then I got my first record deal, and from there, had a song out called 1980, which kind of did pretty well. It was alright, did alright. But in Europe, it did pretty well in London, and I don't think the label were equipped to deal with how well it did. I don't think they thought it was going to go past like 5,000 sales, and it was like number 14 in the charts, and they didn't know what to do next. So luckily I was friends with Kanye and John was like, I'll sign you, and moved me to, decided to tell me, to shop me in New York, and we got a deal in New York, and this is the past 4 years, and I worked on a new album, and here we are.
I remember back then, like when the 1980, when that record came out, and that album to it, that you were saying like you always wanted to make this big step, this crossover step. It didn't work with the first album, and do you think that, or could you break down actually how did you hook up with John Legend for that?
Well, I met John 6 years ago with Kanye. And it was outside a restaurant, and I asked Kanye to meet John. I just loved his voice. I said, he's got an amazing voice, and I'm going to work with him. I know I am. So when I ran into Kanye, I was like, okay, I have to work with this guy. Where is he? And he's like, oh, we'll come studio. So I went studio, met him. We all stayed friends for the period of time. He was on my first album with 2 songs, Hey Girl and the Free Remix with Tyler Quali. And we just all stayed friends. He could see exactly where I was going. He could see the potential, and he understood it and got it. Whereas the label were like, whatever, this is going to be one hit and out, He was like, no, like, they only get it. He said, I wouldn't have worked with you if I didn't think you were going to be worth something got really, really good, or, had the potential to be good in the future. So he got it. And thanks to him that he saw and he had the vision and stuck by me when a lot of people were like, yeah, one hit, whatever, she done it and she's out, Because that's the fate of a lot of MCs in Britain. You kind of have one big hit and kind of take your glory time and then sit down and hope someone else makes it and be pissed off at the industry. And I refused to do that. I was like, no, this isn't it. We're going to continue, And we did.
I know you always had the talent of singing and rapping from the beginning, from the jump off. Like, was there a time, I don't know if you remember, you told me back then that you was kind of frustrated that somebody out of London, I think it was Miss Dynamite, kind of took your style and got successful at that time back then.
It was never about that. It was never about like Miss Dynamite taking my style. It was more about the labels doing the formula thing again. At the time I'd given a demo into her A&R, and then her album sounded strangely like my demo. So it's kind of like, are you serious? But then that just forced me to kind of update and change around. Just upgrade my style a little more. I feel like copying is the best form of flattery, so I've never taken that personal. It just is what it is. I went frustrated more than I was just pissed off with the industry and with labels and the people in the labels, because it wasn't about. I learned it wasn't about integrity. It wasn't about being original. It was about using what you can to get ahead. So I kind of adopted that and decided that if I'm going to come out in America, rapping's going to be like preaching to the choir. So I'm just going to go ahead and sing, because it'll be something different. And I know I sound different when I sing, which is good.